So there's something happening on the inside
Right.
up here. I mean, you're even glowing, isn't it?
Yes.
So, I mean,
I'm in the building, as he was talking, and as I'm doing all the time, but I did, you know, we do a lot of reading, we do a lot of isolation, right? And I got a chance to read this book about the fire department in New York, and how the kids just pull that little thing that sits on the street. We didn't have one of those on our street, so we probably did the same thing. But the fire departments run all the time. They gotta go. Even if the kids are pulling that thing, they still gotta go and answer that call. So I used to laugh at the book and say they must be kind of stupid if they just keep running, but they save lives. So you know what I'm saying? So they got to run anyway. So they became my hero at that point. And as I was growing up in White, I used to watch the fire department. I used to like laugh at them really because you know the sirens is funny. Looking at the fire department, I'm a kid. The fire trucks and all that. We had fire trucks and we rode on the ground. And then I said, well, my child is in the house and I'm spending all my time in prison. Who's gonna run up in there and save my kid? I can't save him. And I know the fire department gonna run up in there. Don't care what color the kid is. Don't care about nuggets of a crack house or whatever. They still run in that house. So at that time, they became heroes to me. They're still my hero today.
I gotta ask you a question because basically one of our most difficult obstacles as politicians is to convince some of our colleagues about the truth, about how somebody can do 22 years on and off doing time and they can start a new life. And a lot of Americans, elected Americans and voters and whatever you want to call them, if you said that story to an average American and you didn't have to see their face and they didn't have to see your face, and then they said, now answer the question, do you think that young man is telling the truth or not? Most Americans say he's lying. Because you can't do 22 years and be the good person that you are today. So please, can you give us an example of what goes through your mind when you're talking to a young person so that they don't end up doing the kind of time that you did?
Well, what I tell the young people is this: I can share my experience. See, that's what I'm saying. I have to get the tools from him. When I go to the University of Phoenix, and I'm also learning and how to present to an audience of youth or just older people. So I'm learning it. And like I said, I was being forward to get the tools. I'm getting tools every day. But from my personal experience, what I would say, what I tell them is that I got tired. I am the leader. I am the leader. It's because of me growing up, looking up to the guys that it was before me. When I got where he was at, they couldn't get me out the hole. They couldn't give me an extra tray. They couldn't get the police off my back. But then when I acted as a soldier, they be the first one to sell me out. So I said, well, that's not my leader. And so through my behavior, the things that I was doing was unacceptable for where I was at. So since it was a conflict, so I was fighting against the power. I was just rebelling. I was just nigga. I just grew up. That's what I did. So now I had the so-called big homie telling me, and saying, look, man, you gonna take the TV away from me. You know, it's the TV. We supposed to be doing destructive. We supposed to be tearing the TV up and doing destructive. But you slide the note and get me in trouble. So it's just due to betrayal, being betrayed, and then being stuck and being confined and feeling like a silly resident. Say, man, how do we get up out this hole? You know. So I got sick and tired of being sick and tired, I guess. Answer the question. And I ran out of leaders to look up to. And there's also somebody can step up and sound like a great leader, but can't do the job. It's just like, excuse the French, like a jackass carrying all the intelligent books all around the world, but can't read the books that he's carrying. So I got tired of running across the new people that looked like that, sound like that, but they wasn't like that. So then I realized that I was like that.
If I may add one thing quickly. What the commander has given us is this. When sometimes we are first responders. That's what's in the back of my truck, my emergency kit. I will get a call. I will hear the shots. I'm there on scene before the police get there. I know what to do. Now, once I'm there, before I get there, I've introduced myself, or through the commander, or through Brent. We will set up a meeting with the fire department in our community so that we know them, all three shifts, all three chiefs. They know us. They won't come on scene if they don't get a call from LAPD saying that the scene is safe. If they see one of us and they know us and we tell them it's safe, they'll come in and they'll save that life. That's one of the things that we do.
I'd like to respond to the question about if you would present him to the community and they would say he was lying. The first thing I would like you to say to some person that would have that mindset is to realize one thing. We are human beings. We have mothers, fathers, sisters, and brothers. Okay? Friends and relatives. Now, our circumstances are different. And when you take a component that it takes to make this country great, when you take those things away from people, they react if they didn't get a model like I got. And that model has to be reinforced over and over again because you get tired. I've been trained by the United States Army. I'm a Vietnam-era veteran. The same training I got in the United States Army and the Military Police Corps, Military Police Investigations, the same caliber of training I got right here in this community, in this building, by that man. He represents this community. She represents this community. I represent this community. You represent this community. Once you get those people to realize that, then we can halt the spread of this insanity. Because it's just like anything else. It's not everybody that's in a game. It's not the only thing that a game does is go around shooting at people. No more than the LAPD when they get called in for a bad cop. No more than that. And when we start looking at one another like that, then we can extend that hand. And then you will find you won't have a room or a school large enough to take all the young people that want to get involved. And finally, the most important issue of all, if you don't have money, if you don't have a legitimate means to making money, if you don't have job opportunities, legitimate job opportunities, you're looking for a way to exist. It's not rocket science. It's fundamental. If we look at the people the way we look at ourselves and extend our Christian self, our spiritual selves to one another, then we can get over this thing. That's my belief. That's my experience.